All right, guys, welcome back to Coffee on White Trash Porches with Garbage. I'm Chance Reynolds, business attorney, probably about to be a financial consultant as well. If you don't believe me, there's garbage just all over this porch. Yeah, so missed last week, sorry about that, but I don't know, time got away from me, and then it was like Sunday evening, and I was like, crap, I forgot to do my my show this weekend. So this week, another really good week. The last 2 weeks have been good. Everything's growing steadily, just as it should. You can hear the rooster crowing. You can hear my sprinklers coming on right now as well. So this is not a high production value show. Yeah, sold a lot of LLCs in the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 months, I want to say I've at least quadrupled my business. I attribute it to the Facebook lives. I mean, obviously the Facebook posts in groups have helped tremendously, but the Facebook lives have been the biggest boost, the biggest results that I can see where it's like tangible. I do a Facebook live, I see somebody book a session with me. So that's working really well. I'm going to keep doing that. I'm not going to, as of right now, change anything I'm doing with the LLC side. I have decided that I want to offer some higher level services for my clients, some larger tax planning, financial planning, asset protection planning, strategy sessions, as well as actually handling people's taxes for their businesses. So this is a big change for me because I've never been an accountant before, but people are asking me every day to do these things for their business. They're like, okay, now we have the LLC, what's the next step? I'm like, you need to get with your accountant, you need to move forward with what you're doing. They're like, well, we don't have an accountant. I'm like, well, you need to find one who's like business, who's real estate savvy, or savvy with online businesses, whatever it is that people are doing. And most people, so that's where about, if I have fall off, let's say I close, 30 to 40% of the people that I talk to on the phone, I'd say is a reasonable estimate. Probably 30% of the people that I talk to that don't close are not closing because they want to talk with their accountant. And I don't try to pressure them because I'm like, I want you to talk to your accountant and get everything straight. And they're like, we will. And then most of those people I don't hear back from, I follow up with them and they're like, got it done, or I appreciate you taking the time, but I don't need it anymore. And the biggest problem with that is that that I'm taking my time to speak with them, and reasonably they're wanting to talk to their accountants, and then when they're talking to their accountants are probably saying, that's interesting, I didn't understand that about contractual liability, the things that I'm explaining to them, and then they're hiring them to set it up. So I'm losing that time, and I'm losing that sale and potential income that's coming in, a little bit of income each year off of most of the sales that I have. So that's like how the business essentially is worth anything, is the registered agency. I mean, I like to set up the LLCs too, but the only way I make continuing money is through the registered agency service. And that's growing. I've already, it's crazy to look at my numbers, and it's like already next April from last month, but April 2019, I've already, made $1,500. I know that's not $1 million, but in registered agency recurring fees, that's pretty nice. It's like somewhat passive, and you're providing a good service for people. It's not like you're ripping them off or anything. So you essentially have like a membership site that's about $10 to $12 a month. So you got to stack about 1,000 people in there for it to be something that's crazy profitable. But there's no reason to think that I can't do that many over the next like 3 or 4 years. That's how I look at that. But I want to be able to provide the accounting service for people now, like every level of a full accounting service. Like I can do your taxes, I can do your bookkeeping. Of course, I'm not personally going to do all of this. I'm going to hire people to do it, just as I do with other portions of the LLC process. Actually, this month I have not outsourced anything. I have done everything myself, just because I've been offering crazy low deals. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm sure if some coach or business coach saw what I was doing, they would be like baffled at how low of the prices I'm charging right now. But I just really want to talk to more people. I want to book more people. I want to help more people. And that probably won't last probably after this month I won't be doing any more $97 deals or maybe not even any $197 deals, because I'm going to be working with someone who's going to be helping me with the accounting side of things, and their philosophy is just big ticket stuff. So that's kind of where that's going. And it's just the LLC stuff is getting so formulaic. Like, I see the formula for how to make the sales on it, how to talk to the people about it, what common questions they're going to have. And that's kind of why I'm taking the accounting into it. So when I was in college, I had an English professor that I really liked. I was an English minor. But I took a couple of odd classes from this professor. It was this Canadian lady. Gosh, I wish I could remember her name. She was a great professor. I should know her name, but I can't remember it right now. And this was at Texas State. She was Canadian. She was from Nunavut, Canada. And we would read, one of her courses was specifically Canadian literature. And that class was so odd that I was like, I have to take it. And I took it. It was a great class. Then I took a children's literature class with her. By the time I was done with the second class, I had such a formula of what she wanted on her exams and on the essays and reviews and things like that, that it was just easy. It was really easy to get good grades in there. And by the end, she was just like, come to my office. I went and sat down. She was like, look, you get the formula down, but it's like, are you going to challenge yourself at all? Because you could keep doing this and like you'll get A's, but what are you going to gain from this in the end if you just keep pumping out this formulaic exams? And I was just like, man, I just want the grade. I like reading the stuff. I enjoyed the class. I like the education of it, but I'm not going to take a risk and then get a C when I already know the formula for getting an A. And she was like, well, just try to branch out. You just may surprise yourself. I never did branch out in that class, but I really took what she said to heart. And I think I'm going to have to apply that to my business. So I understand the formula for the LLC stuff. I understand the type of questions that people have. I understand how to explain to them how it works in their niche, and it's really becoming formulaic, and I'm getting the sales consistently, and the Facebook Lives are somewhat formulaic, and that's all good, but I need something that's more than that, something that's a little more challenging. I'll get bored like super easy. I already find myself like not even doing the same tactics that I was using in the beginning of April to book my clients now. So in the beginning of April, I was really like stacking up my calendar, trying to do it like 2 weeks in advance, where it's like, I know I'm talking to like 50 people, every 2 weeks. And then now I'm already like, I could just do a Facebook Live tomorrow. If I only have a couple of appointments, I'll just do a Facebook Live and then I'll sell like 3 or 4 that way. And it works. But it just shows me that I'm getting bored with it. I need to like systematize it, outsource that little portion to somebody else, and move on to whatever the next portion of my business is going to be. And I'm still trying to work with the state bar about real estate investing. That's really important to me because I'm helping so many people with that. I am going to be doing that for sure, but I know that I can do the accounting. I know that I can open an accounting firm on the back or include accounting services with what I'm doing. So I'm in the process. That's going forward. I'm in the process of doing that, like starting as of yesterday, working with somebody and building out my network. And probably, by the end of, probably in June, starting June 1st is my goal. I'm setting that goal right now as we speak. I'll be offering the accounting services and doing less, stepping out of my comfort zone one step further. So that's what's happened with me these last couple of weeks. If you want to talk with me, go to llcfreedom.com/calendar. Still giving out the free consults. That may not last. Once I start doing the accounting stuff, I might start doing high level strategy, tax strategy meetings with clients and saving people like $10,000-$20,000. So obviously I'm going to be charging accordingly if I'm doing that. So llcfreedom.com/calendar. Reach out to me. Check out the podcast, Entrepreneur Like You. You can find it at entrepreneurlikeyou.com. If you need an LLC, obviously just go to my calendar that way. Check out, what else do I have to promote? That's it. That's all I got to promote. You guys have a great week.